Try showing me evidence that mutations, design, natural selection doesn't direct the development of genetic information.
Natural selection is...
Now, information specifies things.
Who said they were happening?
It's an example of turning genes on and off. Mutations, Jackson, listen.
No.
They didn't demonstrate any
no
computers in it, because if one of them fails,
are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Mutation is not evidence of the evolution.
No, you tried to tell.
Produces a profound effect in an organism.
No,
the
not necessarily.
Teleological.
Yeah,
yes,
there is. That doesn't. Yes.
Redundancy is expected if the genome is designed.
Are you claiming that all
the linguistics
you have
of
lots
DNA?
Of
that DNA is linguistic and operates algorithmically is flawed.
Nephi, what is these are...
No, I don't. I probably don't claim a turn on backup copies.
People in the
thousands to many millions. Okay,
so yeah, now you're in the ballpark.
Expected if designed. Yeah.
Did Adam and Eve have any of them?
Response: genetic redundancy is expect design.
So
if you like, that's democracy.
Yeah, let's go over that. Do you?
They do. Because you don't know
what they do. Actually, we can test.
Does not mean that they're not there for a reason.
We can sequence.
False, because there's.
Can you give a rough guess?
See,
good point,
information was. Now let's not talk over each other constantly. Okay? Give me just a few seconds. I didn't say it did. I'm telling you that's the contrast.
What are you comparing it to? What are you comparing it?
It's association of molecules. Okay, because that doesn't produce information.
Hold on.
Chemical determinacy.
First of all,
natural processes can appear to be random,
but they're not random.
This one is from live science.
Here's one of them.
Genetic information specified. The DNA is highly complex things. It's
jumping back and forth between these things.
Selection doesn't specify the instructions in the DNA. It selects from what may already exist. Okay, it doesn't specify. What all the ALUs did in Adam's DNA. That's just ridiculous. I've already answered you, and the answer is intelligence, because it's information that operates linguistically and there's more organized linguistically and operates algorithmically. And my question, hold on, James, please cool down a second. With undirected natural.
That's your mantra. Apply it.
I've answered your ALU question. They're expected
no, you haven't.
Everything about DNA is designed.
Okay. No, the ALU.
The mutation process is not part of the original design.
Not in the original.
Do we say the bicycle isn't designed because it can rust?
How did you determine what ALU?
By undirected chemical.
Hey, Nephi, that is all jargon.
Well, the genes that produce the proteins that are
hold on.
Similarities in genes in one species that produce hemoglobin in one species and in another species. You're yelling at me, James. You're yelling at me. I'm responding to his question. Structural designs of the organism using language agreed upon by both parties. Okay?
Who has knowledge?
That's information. Remember, I said it's 19th century science, a secular religion promoted in 19th century component that has a function.
Okay.
It's not non-functional. Specification is a product of intelligence.
That's
a molecule is a medium encoded with the information, just like a book is a medium encoded.
There's no information.
DNA specifies, and then it produces things.
It specifies
is something that's produced by intelligence.
So if I can point you to an example of
specification is something that's produced by intelligence.
Wait, if I can point you to
there is an intentional purpose.
Yeah, Nephi,
no, because you can modify an existing design.
No? So if we show this
it's going to have a negative effect, or something that has a positive. evidence that mutation specifies.
I didn't say that.
And the challenge to the evolutionist is, show us a mechanism. Is it
Show us
possible?
what algorithm.
Here's from genetics.org. This one's from
We got you.
mutations don't design anything. They've never been.
So
No, none of these are creationists.
Okay, do any of them
Every one of them is
reject the
secular.
idea?
The mutations design anything with function. That's not observed.
Let me change.
Rutgers University, The Linguistics of DNA, Words, Sentences, Grammar, Phonetics, Semantics. The genetic group,
Are they
grammar,
young Earth creationists?
information directs it. The information in DNA. And one of the examples of this, James, you asked for sources, I'm going to give you a few.
Do any of them reject?
Something that works to stop an anti.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
so please put a source up on that.
The alphabet of DNA operates
Does any one of
linguistically.
those indicate
There's
design?
one,
No, it doesn't.
no,
Sorry.
Jackson.
No.
You have to understand times that these are properties of DNA.
Published by whom?
If you guys are just going to talk over me constantly and don't allow me to respond to anything and won't respond to my response to your claims, then it's just not point. There's no point in me being here. So unless you guys can tone it down just a little and allow me to respond to your claims,
Don't respond.
or because that's what it is. It doesn't matter to me that you or anybody else they discuss. They publish.
So
whether or
No, it's
James,
not, Neffy. No, it is
Okay,
not.
James. Numerous science papers. Are you unaware of
Such
them?
as?
Wow, really?
Such as?
You don't
Such
know?
as?
.bu.ed.
Neffy.
Here's from
We get
NC. Information Linguistics and Algorithms. See, that's what's happened. You remember
What
I
does that
said
mean,
when I
Neffy?
started
What is-
Name
about
one of the
any of the
science
papers. Oh, okay. So, do you recant what you just said?
You
That
you
I don't
gave-
talk- James, hold on. You asked for sources.
Any
I'm
of them
going to give them.
reject
James.
common descent.
You know what?
Jackson,
No,
let me point
no,
something
no,
out.
no.
If you believe, Jackson, when I stare and looking at it,
Your
at a
argument
car,
is a non-fiction.
algorithms or linguistics to be
Show
produced
us
by
how that
undirected.
indicates.
See, when things are
No, actually, no, it
specified,
doesn't.
hey, Jackson,
I encourage you to
all-
read a paper on the fitness
Jackson,
of.
hold on, please, hold on.
of mutations.
Jackson, virtual mutations cause
necessarily.
slight. Take that up with Jonathan Sanford. He probably knows more about DNA than
Really?
anybody over me. Sure.
Genetic entropy.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Doesn't change anything about the facts. So,
How
Jackson, natural selection can't see the vast majority of mutations. The only time natural selection can see a mutation is if it causes such a negative effect in the organism that gets wiped out by natural selection.
That's not true either. That's not true. No.
Virtually. So I don't need to dig
Such
deeply
as what?
into him.
Such
Well,
as
such
what?
as the point is, mutation
You didn't
cannot
fact
be
check.
unless they cause a profound
Neffy,
effect.
we
right?
have
Selection creates the genome. That's not true.
no. You're right. It's not true because it's not what happened.
Claiming that natural selection sees every mutation that happens in the DNA. That's ridiculous. Where do you
I hope
guys
we can
get
by the way, I hope we can
Where
get
do
the
you
very
guys? Existed before evolutionism, James. That's ridiculous.
not yours.
It absolutely did. So,
Modern illustration dates back to the 40s.
so Jackson, here's
Ellen
the thing.
White.
So you put forth
I
pseudoscience
think you have
on that, and then
misunderstood
what
what I
you
was
what you're trying to do is you brought that
Think you're
selection doesn't prescribe these things, but you kept saying
Natural selection doesn't
selection
prescribe.
is selecting constantly, and that's what.
Yeah, it is.
Hold on,
selecting
hold on. DNA that specifies all this stuff, but that's
It
not
is-
true.
There is
Because
not
what
the
you
only
tried
one.
to, the argument you made to try to support that idea is a pseudoscience argument that
You
natural
have not
selection
touched
can
it
see
at all.
the.
Then
I
it,
refuted that.
no,
Scientifically false. So you're
Okay.
putting forth
none
your
of that
19th
argument
century
works
thinking
together.
against real science, and,
Okay.
and that's why evolution is
Now
not
let's
science.
talk about paleontology.
That where geneticists state that
I would say
natural
many,
selection is
not
able
many.
in the DNA
Have you
is
ever
empirical. See, I discussed that. That's one of the first things I talked about when I got on
We
the
know.
Oh, let me respond to that claim. Okay, so
Did that
here's
not
what happened.
Did that not happen?
I'll explain it. She's a lizard called Padmakaru, and they
That's
released
not
it
the
on
name.
they named it after the island.
No, they didn't.
Jackson. They named the lizard. They released the lizard on an island. And hang out and look into it. You're going to laugh at yourself.
Let's talk about
wait. Now let me respond. Change the diet of these lizards in a controlled environment to an arthropod diet.
No, they didn't.
That the genetic information to produce the cecal valves already existed in the lizard.
No, that is not what that is.
The organism turned off the genes for cecal valves.
You find the paper. Find me the paper.
That was a failure of evolutionists. Jackson, that example of evolution. Jackson, that example of evolution created cecal valves is not supported by a bird that God made. It may have made 10 different kinds of birds. But it hasn't nailed it all down yet. Neither hold down their claims that one type of organism evolved from another.
Let's talk about
they're living here or they're extinct, one of the two. What do you think? Really wanting to harp on so much the one that I refuted. It's evolutionary pressure, James. You're evolutionary pseudoscience. So you haven't given me a reason to believe these creatures evolved. That's not evidence of evolution. They have a
yes, it is. Why did God?
My turn to ask one. You asked about 4 or 5.
I know, because you're never going to be able to explain why God would make a fool that was directly predicted.
How is it possible? To it, and so that it specifies the structural design of organisms. Can you explain to us how that's possible? Completely sure how protein formation occurs. And so mechanical components in a machine was RNA is brought to it. So it's in shape are arranged by undirected processes. So that when there are
what is your criteria for outrage?
So when they are to select or reject a specific amino acid, natural selection is able to see the majority of mutations, which is not.
I already said not.
Except created by a younger creationist over 100.
What?
The methane hydrate deposits aren't there around the edge.
I know that is
same information you believe, then, right? That there's methane hydrates.
No, I'm saying
methane hydrates lining.
He's already.
And you're berating creationists for putting forth the truth.
Oh, really? Eugene?
Evolutionism is 19th century science. I pointed that out. It's on that molecule that will begin the production of a complex.
Do you know what a carbohydrate is?
Excuse me. And then you're alluding that explains.
Sounds like
James, you're yelling at me. I'm trying to respond to Jackson. So Jackson.
RJ, hold on.
Is not evidence that he
evolved. Can I ask you a question? Do you have similar genetics?
Hold on, now let me respond, guys. You know that it's like uber-stuber complex, right?
You know that
you're welcome.
Argument for
hold on. I didn't even get to finish my response, guys. Wow. All right, so I'm going to provide what you asked for, whether you like it or not, right?
Mm-hmm. So, and I'm going to look through every single one of them.
James, you've got to chill your machine just a second.